Hi everyone, this is Nancy of Nancy Cast Tarot. It's Wednesday, June 29th, 2022. This is a midweek. I was doing a little midweek reading for myself, and I was using the Oracle cards from Colette Baron Reed. This is the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck by Colette Baron Reed and Alberto Bolodo. Now, you could get this deck on Hay House. Okay, so just go to hayhouse.com and you will see all these beautiful decks by Colette Baron Reed. Now, so I was doing a reading for myself. I was just casually pulling some cards, and the cards were so right on that I thought I had to share them with everyone. So, here they are. They're so beautiful. They're just absolutely gorgeous cards. So let me show you what I got this morning. And think about what we've gone through in this past week, and you'll understand why this reading is so important. The first card I got was the Wild Woman. The Wild Woman. Card number 62. So what these cards, what the Wild Woman represents, it represents that part of us that can't be tamed. It's that feminine God force inside of us that can't be tamed. It says, when the Wild Woman dances into your reading, she reminds you of the essence of authenticity and freedom. Okay? Authenticity and freedom. That's what the Wild Woman has come to tell us about. Okay. The Wild Woman holds up a mirror to yourself, your essential self, to the true essence of who you are and who you're meant to become. Okay. She reminds us that in order to be fully present in life, we must uncover the light and let the light shine brightly, regardless of perceived consequences. So the Wild Woman is telling us to stay true to ourselves and hold that light regardless of the perceived consequences. Okay. The authentic self does not fit into a box, and it needs freedom to shine. Okay? It's time to have courage and step into the light. The Wild Woman says, shine brightly, dance with abandon, be yourself, and let the Great Spirit decide what happens. Okay, let the Great Spirit decide what happens. So she's saying, put your hands, stay in the light, and put your hands into the hands of God. Put your desired outcome into the hands of God. Okay. That's the first thing. And you all know what I'm talking about. All right. The next card is the Smokey Mirror. Smokey Mirror. The Smokey Mirror. We've been living under a smokescreen for the past 50 years. I'm just saying. This is not a political channel. I'm doing a reading on spirit and energy, not on politics. Let's keep that in mind. The Smokey Mirror represents the aspects of what is implied yet cannot be immediately known in the world. The mystery of how things come apart, they come together, and then they fall apart without obvious causality. They come together and they fall apart without obvious causality. Remember this. Okay. The Smokey Mirror can also represent the state of denial or the inability or the refusal to see the truth. You see, this is a truth that's been in the making for the past 50 years. And we've been too casual about it, thinking it could never happen. They'll never do that. Well, they did. Now we're dealing with it. Okay. The next card the Andean cross. The Andean cross represents the cosmology of the shaman. It depicts the four cardinal directions, the upper worlds and the lower worlds, and the steps to reach these realms. The hole in the center is a blank space. See that? The hole in the center is a gateway to interdimensional travel, the proverbial eye of the needle we can go through to experience higher states of awareness and wisdom, and to break free of linear time. Okay? Now, it's time to raise your gaze from the mundane day to day to that which until now seemed to be beyond our grasp. Allow new wisdom to guide you and stop trying to make sense of it all. Stop trying to make sense of it all. We cannot make sense of it all. We don't know the inner workings of the minds of these 5 people that did this. We cannot make sense out of this. Don't waste your energy on it. We got a deal now. So, the next card is the Tree of Life. The Tree of Life, isn't that appropriate? The Tree of Life. The Tree of Life is always a beautiful spiritual symbol. It has deep roots that reach into the lower world, the unconscious, while the branches reach up to the heavens, right? To the source of our destiny. To be whole in your life, in your life's journey, it is important to have deep roots and high branches. Because a tall tree with shallow roots is going to fall in the first wind. But a tree with deep roots and high branches can weather any storm. And let me tell you, we do have deep roots. Our deep roots go down to the belly of Gaia, of Earth itself. Our deep roots are the roots of creation. They're the roots of our ancestors, of our sisters, our mothers, our godmothers. And they're also the roots of our fathers and our brothers who are standing with us at this time. So we do have deep roots. Let's not forget that. Let's lean on them a little bit, because we need to do that now. Okay. If you are too much in your thinking head or in the world of fantasies and daydreamings, connect more with your roots and your physical body. So we could do that by literally going out and hugging a tree, walking on the earth, taking a swim in the ocean, just connect with nature in some way. That's very, very important at this time. Take a hot shower, feel that water element washing away the anger and the frustration. Important, very important. Okay, let your roots and your branches be aligned with your heart's belongings. There must be balance. There must be balance, and we have to find that balance in ourselves before we can go out and reclaim our authenticity and our sovereignty. And our freedom. You can't do that from a place of being unsteady and unsure and frustrated and angry. Okay. That's what came up for today. And I have another deck of cards here, and it's a goddess deck. Okay? I have no idea. I've had this deck for years and years and years. I have no idea where it came from. But different goddesses bring different energies to any situation, to our lives. So I'm shuffling the cards now, and I just want to see what goddess is coming through for us to aid us, to give us some sense of moving forward with this situation. These cards are so beautifully drawn. Okay? And this is the goddess of Demeter, or Demeter. Demeter is the ancient, you can't make this stuff up, is the ancient Greek god, mother goddess, a goddess of life and death. The Greeks emphasized her role as a goddess of the cultivated earth, the giver of fruitfulness, of abundance, and the provider of the gift of agriculture. She and her daughter, Persephone, called by the Greeks the goddesses, together represent the conscious cycle of life and death, the two phases of the vegetative power of the earth. Demeter is remembered primarily for her great love for her daughter. When Persephone was abducted by Hades, Demeter's grief caused the whole earth to go barren. Here we see Demeter ready to give birth, to produce life. Demeter offers a blessing of fruitfulness and possibility, of coming joy, of abundant life, and of hope. But Demeter also reminds us that there's a time for barrenness as well. We have free will. We get to choose. Okay. That's my reading for today. A midweek, kind of heavy, but we've had very, very heavy energies to deal with lately. So thank you all for listening. Like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, share. I'll be back again today's Wednesday. I'll be back again towards the end of the week, and I'll be doing a reading for July. June is coming to an end. Tomorrow's the last day of June. Love to everyone. Carpe diem. And just stay grounded. And we'll get through this. Bye-bye.